Unforgiveness is a victim mentality. Ooh, I felt y'all tense up. Let's chop it up. So God woke me up between 3 and 5 in the morning. I got up and I did what I always do. I walked through the house. I prayed over my girl. I prayed over our children. And then I went back and I laid down until God told me why he had me up. And not too long after, he dropped in my spirit, look up scriptures on forgiveness. So he led me over to Jeremiah 31. In this chapter, he's talking about making this new covenant with the house of Israel, the descendants of Jacob, the chosen people. But what caught my attention was when he said, for I will forgive their iniquity and I will remember their sin no more. Thus saith the Lord. God speaks to me in a crazy way. He said, take a look at your leg. I looked at my leg. I got a big scar there. When I was 9 years old, I got attacked by a pit bull. It ran up on me, grabbed me, shook me, would not let me go. Thank God for my big brother. Shout out to my brother, Tay Gotti. He ran up with a brick. He hit it twice. Crack, crack. The dog let go. It took off running. I hopped up. I had a big chunk of meat hanging off. Worst pain of my life for years. I hated dogs. I was afraid. I was absolutely terrified. And God said, take a look at your leg. You see the scar, right? I said, yeah. Do you feel the pain? Nah. The scar is evidence that it happened. But do you feel the pain? I said, no, but God, you about to cook, ain't you? Do you have a dog now? Yes, sir. So it's obvious that you forgave that dog and you don't hold every single dog accountable for what that dog did. You cooking, God. You need some help in that kitchen? God said the key. Now when you see dogs, you may think about what happened, but you don't feel the pain. You just remember that you were hurt. Did y'all catch that? He said, now when you see dogs, you may think about what happened, but you don't feel pain. You just remember that you were hurt. He said at one point you were looking for a reason to hate all dogs. It smelled good in this kitchen, guy. He said, unforgiveness is a victim mentality because unforgiveness gives those who are done wrong a reason to stay a victim. Is that garlic? I'm going to tell on myself. I used to hate it when a person that betrayed me elevated because now I'm about to dig in the past and I'm going to bring up something from years ago that'll validate my unforgiving spirit. Let's go deeper. God showed me that we all have a hard drive in our souls. Let's say 200 gigabytes of space. Unforgiveness takes up 199 gigs. That only gives God 1 gigabyte of space to work with. How is he going to pour into us if there's no space? Now, if you know anything about a hard drive, if you are running out of space, it corrupts everything around it. If you are running out of space, it won't even let you open up certain files. That's because with every single move, every single click that you do within a hard drive is collecting memory. And every time it collects memory, that takes up space. Is that parsley? A lot of us don't like to forgive because we feel like we're allowing them to get away with insulting our intelligence. So what do as humans? We chain them to the mental file cabinet stored way in the back of our minds so that we can keep an eye on them. We imprison them in our minds. How does that make sense? They're taking up the vast majority of our mental real estate. Yet somehow we think that affects them. A lot of us are addicted to being a victim because we know that once we forgive, we become accountable moving forward. And as long as a victim has someone to blame, they feel like the anger, the resentment, the bitterness that they feel is all validated. But God told me to tell you that you have a right to your feelings, but your feelings don't make you right. Forgiveness does not condone the mistreatment of others. It just clears space in your hard drive so that God can pour into you.